Welcome to your weekly UAS news update. We have 3 stories for you this week. DJI takes FCC to court. We have Apple TV setting a new massive record for a light show over LA. And then lastly, BRINC that teases a brand new drone, but we're going to have to wait a little bit for the release. Let's get to it. And first up, DJI is taking the FCC to court. They filed a petition with the US Court of Appeal from the 9th Circuit challenging the December 22nd decision that blocked, as you know, new equipment authorization for their products. DJI argues that the FCC never actually proved that they were a threat. Here's the full statement from DJI. I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's pretty long. We're just going to have it scroll and pause, so please read it at your own leisure. But basically, DJI says that the NDAA gave the government a full year to conduct a security audit, and DJI even sent letters asking for the examination, but the audit never happened. Instead, the FCC banned all foreign-made drones with just 2 days before the deadline. So what does that actually mean for you right now? Nothing really changes for current operators. If you have a drone that was authorized by the FCC before December 22nd, then you can still fly it. This includes basically every DJI drone that has been released to date, the Air 3S, the Mini 5 Pro, the Mavic 4 series, and then any future models that DJI releases will still be blocked until there's a decision made by this Court of Appeal. Now, we got a hold of the full petition document from DJI that they submitted to the Court of Appeal. It's a public document if you know where to look. In it, there was an interesting tidbit. It said that the FCC has invited oppositions and replies to DJI's motion. It appears that opposition letters can be submitted to the FCC by April 6th, and that replies to the opposition can be submitted to the FCC by May 9th. It's unclear right now who can submit opposition and who can submit letters to the opposition, but we will keep you posted once we hear more. Keep in mind, this is the second lawsuit that DJI currently has against the federal government, and we'll be watching closely on this one for sure. Next, Apple TV launched a 3,000 drone light show, 3,000 over LA, to promote season 2 of Monarch, which is their Legacy of Monster show. The display reached up to 500 feet above the city and stretched across an area that was equal to 3 football fields. They recreated massive images of Godzilla, King Kong, and the new villain, which is called Titan X. The show even had some firework in it, and yeah, that was kind of impressive. Now, according to Apple TV, this sets a world record for the tallest aerial display of a fictional character formed by drones, surpassing the 2024 formation for Wolverine. I'm sure there was a bunch of approval, and these were a lot of fun to get, especially over an area like this. But yeah, that was cool. And third this week, BRINC Drones is teasing a brand new aircraft. They're going to reveal the next generation drone as first responder on March 24th, nearly a month away from this recording. The teaser campaign is called Command the Night, and it looks like the drone is built specifically for low-light law enforcement operations. Teaser images are showing a large dome sensor housing, which could be a new sensor or an upgrade to the existing thermal or the visual system. BRINC CEO Blake Resnick claims that this is their best product ever. Night operations have always been kind of a weak point for DFR operation. Standard cameras tend to struggle in the dark, and bolt-on thermal sensors just add unnecessary weight and complexity. So a purpose-built night drone could be quite a bit of a game changer. BRINC is growing fast after raising $75 million last year, bringing their valuation to over $400 million. It's going to be interesting to see if we're able to get our hands on one of these new drones to test it out. It'll be fun. Join us in the premium community for post-flight, where we talk about all of these stories and then some more, and then we give our opinions also on some of them, which are not always suitable for YouTube. We're like, oh, that can go bad quickly, and that means that we're more exposed than we thought. We'll see you next week, and you have a great weekend. See you then.